Hello everyone, this is Sean, and this is what I hope to be the final build video on my 1000 scale NCC Excelsior. So actually I'm going to do the untying of the strings that are holding the nacelle assembly in place while the glue dried, and we'll see if it works. So I'll put you on the table and be right back. Okay, I'm back. So we'll start by doing the back ones first. I'm going to carefully just cut the string because trying to untie it will jostle everything. Okay, so that is the back string released. Now let's see here. Actually, it's a good test. Carefully untie the first of the front strings. There we go. And carefully release it. So far so good. Okay. And then the final test is the final piece, the final string. In this case it's pretty tightly knotted, so this case I'm going to cut that final string directly. There. And release. There we go. Okay, so let's see here. Looks good to me. I see a decal that's just going to need some adjusting, so I'll be right back. Okay, thanks for waiting. I'm back. I've got the upside down, just making sure that decal is set in place. Where's the micro set? Ah, here we go. So microsol is the one that sets it, so just get a little brush here and solidify that decal in place. There we go. Good. All right. And it's a good test because it makes sure that the ship can stand to have the nacelle assembly upside down. See? Nothing fell off. So that's pretty good. Now, of course, I did this several parts ago when it was a false turned out to be a false display of the ship. As in, it was on the dining room table and then things started falling apart. So this time I'm going to do it directly on the model workbench. So as you can see, there's the front of the ship. The front of the ship. Here's the side. So you have the one side of the stand. You should be able to see it. It shows the autograph of George Takei as Captain Sulu. You can see that there. And then you have the other side of the stand, which shows the name and registry of the actual starship. So that shows it there. And then here is the back of the ship. Tilt it up a bit so you can see. Actually, do it this way. There you go. There's a good shot of the back of the ship. Excellent. Then you have the port side. You can get a bit over to the far end of the... Oh, actually, let's try that. There. There's the port side of the ship. Bring it a little closer so you can see the detail. And you already saw the front. Okay. So what I'll do now is I'll just get a few better angles from on top of the ship. So there is the top port side of the ship, as you can see here. There's the front view of the ship. You can see the 1400 scale Enterprise B in the background. Now, of course, there might be a little bit of overlap between the Enterprise B and the Excelsior Build videos, especially at the end. But I'm only posting part 1 of the Enterprise B build a week after I've posted part 10 of the NX-01. I posted part 7 yesterday. And here's the starboard side of the ship, showing George Takei's autograph. So there you go. And here's a good angle of the back of the Excelsior, showing it from the top, from the back, and showing all the Aztec decals, especially the extra ones I added here. You can see the pearl there, and you can see how closely, at least from this angle, the hand paint matches with the actual decal. Thankfully those are decals, so Deco Art Desert Turquoise, that's the hand paint to use. So now I'm going to pick the final display of the display location of the Excelsior, and I'll be right back. Okay, so as you can see here, this is where I'm going to display the Excelsior, but only for the rest of the month because, well, I'm filming this on January 8th, Saturday, January 8th, but I'll be moving in a few weeks. So I'll have a dedicated display room, and I won't have to show the models in my own living room anymore. But you can see so I'll have a lot more space. But you can see a close-up of the other model shelf, what I've already built, the Falcon, 1400 scale Enterprise D, 2500 scale from the 90s, Enterprise C, 677 scale Voyager, and the 1400 scale Enterprise E. So now the Excelsior joins. It's the only 1000 scale ship on that shelf. But as you can see, my other model display shelf is not only pretty full already, especially with the Star Destroyer, but it actually has other stuff on every shelf, so including some new model kits. So that is the end of the Excelsior build, 25 parts in total. Filming started, I guess it was July 23rd, and it spanned all the way to, well, January 8th of 2022. So that's approximately, well, 5.5 months, almost, well, exactly, really, 5.5 months. So anyway, now that the Excelsior build is finished, I will be starting to post the videos. I've already got 8 of them created, of the 1400 scale StarCraft Enterprise B. And you have seen it in the background of some of these Excelsior videos. And I'll give you a preview of what you're going to see. So, this is good. This shows you a preview of what you can expect the ship to look like. 1400 scale, it's the Excelsior class, so it's only going to be about 12 inches long, but as you can see, I've secured the saucer and neck to the secondary hull. I used the Gorilla Glue for that. I've done pearl here. It comes with Aztec decals, but this ship comes with etched panel lines, so I was able to use like Rust-Oleum turquoise, or its equivalent in hand paint, to paint in there. The back is a mix of decals and paint. It has Aztec decals on both the bottom and the top. I was able to successfully mask, so I could use Craftsmart Robin's Egg Blue, actually, right along here for the stripe, and for the inner hatches, and for the bottom saucer hatches. I was inspired because of the trench. Once it was dry, the trench decal was closest to Robin's Egg Blue. And you can see here, I have the nacelle decals. So you see the nacelle decal on the top. That's pretty close to the Robin's Egg Blue that I painted over the existing nacelle trim decals right here. And you can see top and bottom. When the decals failed on the tail fins, I just did the robin's egg blue directly. So that's it for the Excelsior build. I've kept its box here. It has all the spare decals and everything I used in case I ever need to do repairs. And you can see all the... Alright, so you want to know what I'm going to replace the Excelsior with when I start building it. Like, now that the Excelsior no longer has a time slot for Monday nights, what video is going to occur on Monday nights to replace it? Well, I think that I'm going to put the Enterprise B in the Friday night time slot of the NX01. Now the NX01, which you can see finished here, remember I'm filming this January of 22, I filmed the NX01, finished building it in mid-September. But after it's finished, I'm going to start posting the old build slideshows of models I've previously built, model cars. And you can see some of those model cars here. So for instance, I have a build video of the first DeLorean. And I even have a build progress video of the third DeLorean. But I don't have any build video, though I do have pictures for the slideshow of the second DeLorean. I don't have a build video of Car from Knight Rider, that's why he's gray, Season 3 car, or the Miami Vice Testarossa, or the Brian's Eclipse from Fast and Furious. But I do have build videos of the Herbies. So that is a preview of what I will be doing in the, I guess, February, probably after I move. And by then you'll be able to see my proper model display room. So instead of being in the living room, on top of the DVD case, like they are now, all these models and collectibles will be displayed properly in the second of 3 bedrooms in my new apartment. So anyway, that's the end of the final part of the Excelsior build, 25 parts in all. That's the end of the Excelsior Build Series. And so what you'll see starting in February when I move, you won't see 2 build series going on at the same time. The Enterprise B build will be the only ongoing build series you'll see until until it's finished and all the model build slideshows from previous cars are done. And then I'll have to decide what I'm going to build next. It's probably going to be the DeLorean Mark IV for model build number 34, because Back to the Future 3, but it's the DeLorean Mark IV. So 3 and 4 together, you get 34 side by side. So it seems to make sense. So anyway, thanks for sticking with me through the long journey of the Excelsior, and we'll see you here next time on Monday nights for the model car slideshow, the first one. I've show you something for a minute. Right back. Okay, so what I had to do is I had to create a book that'll show everything. So, for instance, here you can see how I've highlighted in green all the models that already have build videos. But you can see all the models that still need to have a build video, starting with the Enterprise C. So I'm just going to go through them one by one, coloring them green as they've been done, all the way down. You have to go to page 7 to see the rest. Here we go, page 7, see? So page 7, you know, Roadrunner. And then, of course, Enterprise B, well, that's already going to be filled. And then the Mark III DeLorean. So that'll account for all the models I've built in numerical sequence, so nothing gets missed. And we'll be just fine. So, thanks for watching. See you here next time. And hope you had a good New Year.